Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, in Paleo Ancient Hebrew, to Yahweh Shai, when you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, his name in Paleo Ancient Hebrew. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone and rule well, and salutations to you few brothers that preach, teach, and prophesy his word in truth and sincerity, as we put our lives on the line in these last days to bring you this raw and this uncut truth. All right, to you few brothers and sisters that may see this, it's the brother Ariaga from the Grand Rapids, Michigan camp here with another nifty lesson. Let's go. We're going to call this one America is Circling the Drain, CTD. Okay, which the apostles pointed that out, what that means. And I thought that was interesting and awesome at the same time. Talking about George Carlin, referring to a joke that he said where basically one of his last stand-up comedies, he said America is circling the drain. And that is a health term for somebody that is basically about to kick the bucket. They're on that last, home stretch, so to speak. America is in that phase right now. All right. So we're on the verge of World War III. Market of beast system is being implemented right before our eyes, piece by piece with the Genius Act, and AI is taking all your jobs, right? And what's an economy without jobs and everything is rising in price? It's destroyed. So this is just a slow, deteriorating destruction. The middle class is almost all the way done with, and they've joined the lower class. And this is why it's such a shock to them. You're seeing more and more of these white people make videos about how, they're not able to pay their rent or their mortgage or their student loans. Some of these women out here paying student loans like $1,800 a month. And that's not including the interest rate. So they find out years later that they made it nowhere. They have made it nowhere. And so they've been paying all that money only to find out they thinking that they almost, basically close to paying it off, and they are nowhere near that. Okay, to be in this place and to live the American dream, you have to be asleep. Okay, and the vast majority of the people are asleep. They don't recognize what's happening. So they're not able to readily respond to what's happening. They just go along with the flow, try to find a decent job, to support their family and be a productive citizen, so to speak, in this place. But it's just like it's like being on a cruise ship or the Titanic, and you are a server, a waiter, somebody that was employed to work on the ship. And as the ship is sinking, you're trying to be the best waiter or cook that you can be while the ship is in the process of sinking. It's pointless because it's not going to benefit you. As they say, all your hard work and determination, all your focus and what they call it, strapping up your boots and all that, keeping a stiff upper lip, it doesn't produce anything but stress. So let's get to it. Check this out. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
What's really accelerating this collapse? It's, artificial intelligence. It's estimated that AI has already eliminated over 20,000 jobs in 2025 alone. And we're not even talking about the indirect effects yet. Even industries we thought were safe are sending up warning flares.
Medical professionals or anybody looking to be a medical professional, please just listen to me. So be very careful. If you have not already made the decision to go into medical, you might want to think twice and make sure you double check a whole bunch of boxes because AI is literally taking over. If you have not heard of Agent Hospital, look it up. It can treat 3,000 patients in one day with 0 human assistance. That's a robot. We also have things that are being piloted in labs, taking over lab assistants, taking over the scientists in the lab. We have people or programs that are taking over radiology positions because they can diagnose and put a treatment plan together for x-rays, CT scans, MRIs quicker with more accuracy rate. And then we've got things like the Da Vinci for surgeries, where it's completely, you're almost eliminating the human need in surgeries. It's the accuracy rate and the error rate is corrected by so much in so many areas. We also have things that are being piloted in the US, like little robot machines that come to the patients, and a doctor can operate it from outside of the area. But again, we already got a robot that can treat 3,000 patients in a day. Be very careful when looking into the medical field. Granted, a robot cannot take over the empathy and the specific care that humans can give. But when the accuracy rate is a lot higher and we have so many issues with people who are getting into the medical field for the wrong reasons and then tainting that field for the ones of us who are like really good and passionate about what we do, it's going to make it a whole lot harder for us to be able to fight against this. So if you are not somebody who has a complete passion for medical care, please just go in a different direction. If you are in medical care and you don't have a passion for it, put in your 2 weeks notice, please. If you do have a passion, fight. Show that your care is needed. Show that the opportunities that you give as a human being are needed in the medical care. And again, look up these different things. And if you're looking to get into the medical field and you have a passion for it, make sure that you are looking into a field that will last, that you will be able to have a foothold in for a very long time to be able to provide for your family.
When healthcare professionals are telling you to think twice about entering medicine because robots can treat 3,000 patients a day, you know we've crossed a line we can't uncross. This isn't automation replacing assembly line workers. This is artificial intelligence eliminating the cognitive work we were told would always be human. And some people are finally waking up to how bad this is about to get.
Right. And basically, how bad it is already unfolding right before your eyes. Okay? Because there's nothing that you can do about this or to change it. I don't give a fuck if 100 people, 100,000 people stand up and protest right now. There's plenty of people standing in the streets, millions of them all across the world protesting Palestine, and ain't shit changed. It's just getting worse. They doubling down on it. All right, a little bit more.
I don't know why no one is speaking about this yet, but guys, we are so fucked. We're cooked. AI, everyone thinks it's a joke. Oh, ChatGPT help me, ChatGPT help me. ChatGPT will help you and collect your salary for you when you're unemployed because it's taking your job. I don't think people understand. If you think it's hard to get a job now, you have no idea what's coming. Guys, AI is coming for all the jobs, and it's not even low-level jobs, guys. They're already making like 10,000 layoffs in America as we speak. Google, Microsoft, and these people are very highly educated, and they're getting rid of them because guess what? AI can do it. IT, any IT jobs, coding, all that stuff, fucked, gone. Customer service, gone. Call agents, all of that stuff, gone. Admin, gone. Retail, food establishments, gone. Oh, guys, the list is endless. The only people that are safe for now is manual labor jobs like construction, stuff like that. Guys, why is no one talking about that? Is no one scared? Driverless cars are coming, so Uber, all you Uber and Just Eat and Deliveroo, you screwed. You got about 5 minutes. Like, what the heck? You lot think it's hard now. Guys, dark times are coming. Dark times are actually coming.
She's absolutely right. We are cooked. And the reason nobody's talking about it is because the people making these decisions are insulated from the consequences. When you're pulling down 7 figures from AI investments, mass unemployment looks like creative destruction. When you're trying to feed your family, it looks like the end of the world. But here's what really breaks my heart, watching people who played by every rule discover that the rules were rigged against them from the start.
You guys know something
from the very start. It's not something that just came into being. All right, this whole system was built to be against you, especially if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. Okay? That's just the way it was. It was this place was built to fall. All right. This is Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? To him that laden himself with thick clay. Now that word clay there is very interesting, right? Um, you know, because right now you have this debt system. See, America is a debt-based system. That's why they deal with currency notes instead of dealing with silver and gold, which is real currency. This is clay.
Strong's H 5671. Have teat.
Weight of pledges, heavy debts. And I mean, it's so heavy that America, you can go into, all you got to do is put in the debt clock. Okay. And you can literally see it ticking away at the amount of debt until this place is financially ruined. Okay. And as it ticks on, it's just showing you that this place is about to collapse financially, physically, spiritually, in every way, shape, or form, because it was established on wickedness. And the thing about wickedness is it only lasts a season. Just Habakkuk 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. So no matter how bad you feel like, hey, if I just put all I can into Walmart, being the best employee that I can, one day it's going to pay off. Next you know, you working there 5, 7, sometimes 10 years, and the most they get is a fucking pen. A pen that they can put into their shirt and maybe a raise of 50 cents, 70 cents. We've been there for a 10-year, maybe $1. Nothing. And guess what? As soon as you get sick, as soon as you can't make it into work or have a family emergency, and they felt like it's been too long or it's happened too frequently, like life, they fire you. They let your ass go, and they put somebody else into that position. That's the reality of it. No matter how hard you work and how hard you toil, it's built for this place to be against you. Okay. Like I say, and he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Like, come on, man. You working your ass off. And you got now car insurance then went up, which is completely stupid, paying this car insurance and these deductibles, right? I'm going to say, well, what happens if you get in a car accident with somebody, blah, blah, blah. Paying car insurance, especially if you are a responsible driver, right? And the way they have it established is you get into any kind of fender bender, they taking up your price. It don't have to be your fault. That price, your deductible is going to shoot up. Then they have it set up to where it's like them taking money, a fat chunk of money out of your paycheck for health insurance, and you are a reasonably healthy person and you've been working there for years and nothing's happened. But year after year, that month after month, you still paying this health insurance. The reality of it is, they put these fees. They say you should be subject into fees or subject to payments and fees. Why? Because this is how this place was established. It was established on wickedness. It's always going to be crooked. Scriptures say that which is crooked cannot be made straight again. All right. Now to get back on these artificial intelligence demons. What did Elon Musk always have to point that out? He said, when we deal with AI, we are summoning demons. He told people straight to their face, we are summoning demons. So these are nothing but moving idols, right? Just an idol. And what inhabits those? It inhabits the bodies of them to give them the thought process to move around. It's not some idea that Esau created that, oh shit, these things can think for themselves. It's a demon, man. It is a demon. Let's go. That's why they looking more and more twisted, right?
Oh my goodness, this is one of the wildest things I have seen, and this is not your average robot. This is the Clone Alpha by Clone Robotics, and this contains all 206 bones that the human body contains, and they are fully articulated with artificial ligaments and connective tissues. Now, they're very high on the hand function of these robots. I'm going to show you the raw clip in a second, but just listen to this. The hand functions with human-level thumbs, surgical precision, a trigger finger, and it is compatible with human tools. And it's not going to walk like other robots. It says, finally, a robot that walks naturally. And it says, do it once and the clone will do it forever. They have a telekinesis training platform. I don't even know how that's possible. This technology is absolutely insane. I guess you can reserve one of these things this year in 2025, but just check out the raw clip and the music that they used.
Look at this shit. Now, off the back, you see what the motherfucker look like. It look like an Edomite, man. Like an Edomite machine, dog. This creepy ass shit. This is what's coming for your jobs when they say, okay, one of the only places it's not, only the one of the jobs that's not, affected by this AI is construction. You're going to see motherfuckers like this standing outside your house, doing construction, building your house soon enough, man. Let Esau have his way. Look like a straight up Edomite, man. Wasted away his heat. Ain't no pigment in it. And, frankly, I ain't tripping because we don't want no attachments and no shit. Like, so a brown Jake looking robot, AI, Android can fuck some shit up. And they blame it on Jake. Look at this shit, man.
Reserve one of these things this year in 2025, but just check out the raw clip and the music that they used.
Yes. Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness, this is one of the wildest.
They just in the industry to make a body for these fucking demons, dog. Look at this shit, man. This creepy ass shit. And you got motherfuckers that can't wait. I'm gonna get two of the motherfuckers. I'm gonna get put in my house and shit. And then you already got women having sex with them and men having sex with these goddamn dolls and shit. This shit is just madness, dog. It's just complete madness. Fucking crazy. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14:9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. But that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Right? Because the ungodly making Esau pushing this type of shit out like it's nothing. Computers with that can think for themselves and robots, and now you got this android with the same amount of human bones in their body as a human. Come on, dog. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Right. Because it's an idol, man. It says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation. Because in the creature of the Most High, they are become an abomination and a stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise. You got to be unwise to want to have something like that in your household, dog. I don't give a fuck what you use it for. I just clean the dishes, dog, and fix the roof and shit. What the fuck do I want to have something like that even around me? Okay? Well, I just have sex with it and I cut the motherfucker off. Bad enough you got these women out here using roses and all these fucking toys and all this crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Big dildos and vibrators and shit. I'm gonna have to keep it real. It's bad enough you got that going on. Now they gonna start. They got the machine that can turn on and it pump. With the dildo on. I mean, god damn, they just trying to get men out the way, and now they trying to do the same thing with women. And you wonder why the fucking, why the birth rates is low. That's why they hateful to God. I'm gonna read that again. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be visitation. The Most High is gonna destroy that shit because it's unnatural. Because you think we use androids and robots in the fucking kingdom? You think in heaven they got robots walking around? No. It says because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men. You be dealing with some kind of fucking robot and all this dumbass AI video shit. Hey man, that's a stumbling block for the souls of men and a snare to the heart, or excuse me, to the feet of the unwise. It's a trap, dog. And then the motherfuckers just automatically all turn and start, doing some on some Terminator shit, looking like the robot with the skeleton with the red eye. Like, come on, dog. T3 1000 and shit and 5000 and all that shit. There's a demons in them suits, man. All right. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life. Y'all have corrupted by inventing shit like these. They have corrupted, or they are a corruption of life, dog. They will corrupt the way people think. Imagine people get used to having sex with, these androids and shit. Like, you think the birth rate's bad now? Hey, this bitch do everything I want. Shit, her box is good and it's always clean. And the bitch call me master and then go do the dish. That's a fucking robot, though, bro. This is the best man I ever had. And he got a big rod and shit and all of this other shit and balls and hanging. And it's a fucking robot. Yeah, they taking your jobs now. Then they're going to be taking, the bedroom. And that. Dog, this is just this is snares of the souls of men, man. All right. Says, for neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. Right. Most High didn't make that in the beginning. Just a bunch of androids walking around with man. Fuck no. Because it's wrong. It says, for the vain glory of men, they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come surely to an end. Yes. And that's what that vain is evil. For the evil glory of men. Hey, they can say, Esau especially prop them up so they can say, hey, look at this. What I created something that's stronger and smarter and faster than me. So we can worship it as a god. That's all they want. They want to bring their idols to life so they can worship them and try to put themselves above the Most High. I'll put them on par with them. That's how dumb this devil is, man.
Feet and you know how Dollar Generals have popped up everywhere? Well, here's one at 4,000 feet in Banner Elk, North Carolina. No lines, no checkout, just shop and go.
Hey, screw that. I don't want to see the number.
So I guess we're getting a receipt. Doors open, okay. Doors open. Look at all the cameras. So you just pick anything you want, and then you leave. There's no one working anywhere in the store. How to shop. So Dollar General has stepped up their game in the mountains. This is legit. Look at this.
Mike, are you getting anything?
Yeah, we're getting the video. Look at this. They stepped up all their good stuff, getting everything. Look at this. We got all the sodas, the energy drinks. You need milk. You need eggs. Lactose free even.
Ice cream.
Ice, everything you need in the mountains at 4,000 feet. With not a soul here to know what you get. Somehow, all the cameras know what you get. Let's see if we get charged accurately. We have Twix and milk.
Hey, retail is out of here, dog. It started with self checkout, which I enjoy. You don't have to deal with you don't have to deal with the cashier and what have you. Pretty convenient, right? But a fully automated store, okay? That means there's employees from different shifts, might be 20 or 30 people that will work in that place, in different shifts and different days that don't have that employment. So when this thing becomes, just natural for individuals to expect this type of shit, and you have people already crying about the amount of jobs and the lack of them, and then you have individuals that go to school to get these highly esteemed degrees, and then turn around and can't even find, anywhere to go to actually to work those jobs. I was looking at one where a woman did all them years of schooling, and she find out now she can only make I think that was the next one. You know what? Yeah, I might play that one. But just to find out that you can't even get a manageable wage, all right, for those jobs that you didn't put your heart and soul into schooling for all those years.
Banner Elk, North Carolina. No line. Sleep paralysis. Oh. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Biz Owner. Man, the state of North Carolina, they got this new AI. It's a bunch of cameras on the side of the interstate, right? And them cameras, you'll see 3 or 4 of them that like, you got something that's shining down.
Apologies. Continuing.
You'll see 3 or 4 of them that like, you got something that's shining down where when you're going down the interstate, it could pick up if you on your phone talking. It could pick up if you got your phone in your hand texting. It could pick up if you got your seatbelt on or whatever, right? Do your research. You're going to hear about this. It's about to be all over the net because I seen it earlier. That's why I'm speaking on it. They got it where when you pass some cameras, AI pick up whatever's going on in your vehicle. And then if you do, making a violation, right? If you violating or whatever, the direction you going in, AI will send it'll send like the information to the trooper, whoever's up ahead of you, right? It'll give the ETA of how long it takes for you to get to where you are, to get to where that trooper is, and he's already waiting on you when you get up in this area. That's crazy, man. And this is real. This is facts. If you don't believe me, you can call the courthouse in North Carolina. Call the courthouse and call whoever over there in charge. Ask them about it. You're going to see it's the truth. They got AI now in North Carolina on the interstate, these cameras and sensors where even if the cops is not around, if you speeding or whatever, you can get a ticket in the mail. And like I said, if you driving down the road, you text and you see a cop, put your phone down and the AI pick it right up, they still got you. And then when you get up the road to where the cops are or the troopers or whatever, they already know who you are because the AI, it didn't already pick up your license plate, the make and model of your car, and it snaps your picture while you driving. Now, that's some wild stuff, man. Ain't no telling what they about to come up with next. So I know if North Carolina got this, best believe it's going to catch on everywhere else. Everybody else going to fall in line right along with it. So make sure you be careful, man. Watch what you do when you out there driving and everything, Try not to catch no violations, whether you're in an 18-wheeler or in your car. Just be safe wherever you at, wherever you may be doing. Y'all just be safe, man. So I thought I'd put that out there and let you know what's going on. So y'all take care. Peace.
And that's
what's going on there.
And that's what it's doing. It's spying on you. Okay. Used to have individuals like that would actually pay attention to that. It would be the officers. It'd be different, things. Now they got AI just doing these things, and it's like privacy is going out the window. Well, look, it's saving lives. Make sure you got your seatbelt on. It's got okay. And at the same time, it starts seeing things that it doesn't need to see. See through your vehicle, see through your clothes, the mug, and check your banking information and it scan your shit by you. It's only going to get. This is the beginning of this shit. This is the worst that AI is going to be. If this kingdom continued on, that's why I got to come to an end. If this kingdom continued on, this shit would only get worse, dog. Like, this shit is crazy. And you have individuals fighting, we're going to make America great again. We're going to make the bitch great again and all this dumb shit. No, that's impossible. Okay? This is Micah 6:9. Yahweh's voice crieth unto the city, and a man of wisdom shall see thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it. And that's what it is. The voice that crieth unto the city is um, of the man, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name, because that voice comes from the men of the Lord. The Most High puts His Spirit, just like He's always have in times past, on His prophets, right, His men, to preach, teach, and prophesy, and to tell you about the downfall of this place and while it's happening in the midst of it. And it said, men of wisdom shall see thy name, right? Because that name matters. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai in the Paleo Ancient Hebrew. You can take it or leave it. Who cares? But it says salvation is in His name, and it ain't Jesus. It ain't Yahweh, Yeshua. All right, all this goofy ass shit. No, Elohim, Nisi, none of that. And you call on that shit in time of trouble if you want to, and you're gonna find out the hard way. It says, and there are, and there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable, right? That scant measure, because even a dollar, like you know how they have the English pound, even a dollar is a unit of measurement. It's supposed to be a troy ounce of silver for every dollar. That shit's been out the window. All right. It's supposed to be a note that says, "Hey, you have the equivalent of a troy ounce of silver in your pocket." Nope, that's out of here. Just a promissory note, nothing behind it. Now they want to switch to digital currency where it really ain't shit behind it. Just air, you know. All right, but that scam measure, that is abominable. So this whole money system is just abominable. Okay, it's unclean. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and the bag of deceitful weights? You think this dollar is deceitful? How much more so when you go into cryptocurrency, currency that you can't even fucking see? A Bitcoin, niggas don't own somewhere they got some Bitcoin stored. No, that shit is just on the computer, and whatever happened to that account, when it gets fucked up, you're locked out. It's a wrap. It's gone. I don't care if you have a billion up in that motherfucker. Your shit is gone. Okay. That is a motherfucking that is the epitome of being a deceitful weight. It says, for the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Let you come along and say, hey, I got some new evidence to show you why this money is bullshit on an international scale, especially at some major conventions. They will take your ass out. We found out a different, more better way of money, and try to. What happened to Gaddafi? What happened to Saddam Hussein? They tried to implement that gold standard back, and they got executed for that shit. They'll tell you that's because they was doing this and that, but it's been a power vacuum in the work. The Middle East has been worse off without them being in those situations anymore, because they tried to bring back the gold standard. All right, they are supposed that so America is very violent when it comes to that. They like, oh no, we want total control, right? Therefore, also will I make thee sick and smiting thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat. Oh, yep. It says, thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee. And thou shalt take hold, but shalt not deliver. And that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. It say, thou shalt eat and not be satisfied. You ain't got enough money to buy shit. And then the shit that you can get, that you do have the little money to get, is unhealthy shit. Motherfuckers eating processed foods and fast foods and cheeseburgers and all this goofy shit. Vegetables cost a lot, and then hell, that's when there's not some GMOs trying to find something that GM. Look, go to your local farmers market, all right, for your meats, your cheeses, your vegetables, while you can. Okay, but you people aren't being satisfied. Your body ain't satisfied because it's not receiving nutrients. That's the whole point of eating. All right, so the casting down shall be in the midst. It's right in front of your face. Thou shalt sow but thou shalt not reap. Go out here and you working for this system, sowing and they're reaping the they're you sowing, doing all this work and stuff for them, and they're reaping, but you not. Even literally in the fields. It said, "Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thou thee with oil and sweet wine, but shalt not drink wine." You out here toiling for these systems, and they not doing shit for you in return. And as soon as you do something they don't like, they kick you to the curb, put a robot in your place. For the statues of Omri are kept, and the works of the house of Ahab, and you walk in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation, and the inhabitants thereof and hissing. Therefore ye shall bear the reproach of my people. Yeah, so this place has to play. It's going to pay, dog. It was built on slave labor, and that's what sustains it. And the Heavenly Father is going to bring an end to this place because you have enslaved His people. But He used you hey, our slavery was a punishment. It's coming to an end. And this is why this place is now circling the drain, CTD. So with that, I pray you will edify. Do your research, stay circumspect, get your household and yourself in order. And next time I bid you shalom.